does awesome design and marketing. I have to say, I was so impressed when I just like, it's beautiful. Everything about the conference was beautiful. And they just have such a vision for doing things with like excellence and quality. I was very excited to be a part of this company. Like it was very invigorating, and you could just see how they were doing things well. So that kind of brings me to where I want to start, which is Jamboree's core values. So it was funny because they didn't do this until like the last day of the conference, but they had the three sisters who came up with the idea. And then one of their husbands is the CEO, Adam Hepworth, I believe. So he kind of came and talked at the very last day about where they had been as a company. So 4 years ago, it was 2011, when they started out of their garage. And then after, in those 4 years, kind of where they've come. So I'll just give you some of the stats. I was doing, photos of the, like everything that they put up on the big screen. And I was trying to like read it to a big white screen. You could barely read all my photos in there, but I got it down. So in July of 2011, they had a goal of getting 30 consultants for the year. So this was them just starting out of their garage. They wanted 30 consultants for the year, and they had one full-time employee outside of their family, because they just had like all their family helping them like print them and cut them and package them and everything up to that point, but they had one full-time employee. And they had a goal within a year starting to have 1,000 people at their 1,000 consultants. By the time they hit their first conference, they wanted to have 1,000 consultants. So that was kind of their first goal. So that was in 2011. And then when we were at conference this year, so conference last year, they had 200 consultants come to conference. And 1 year later, they had 800 come to conference. So like the growth of the company is just like crazy, and they're being recognized all over the industry, the direct sales industry. They were just like actually accepted into the direct sales, not a union, but what is it? It's got the little direct sales stamp now.
Kind of like the
official company, and official direct, the association. They're officially in or whatever, and they've actually taken an interesting approach where they are not like going and kind of like marketing themselves as, oh, look at our growth, because they want it to be basically proved by what they do versus the hype of how fast they're growing. But they are shattering records in the direct sales industry, like absolutely obliterating previous records of other companies. So it's pretty cool. Like it is just been amazing. So from 2011 then, of having a goal of having a total 1,000 consultants, 3 years later, they have just under 35,000 consultants. Mostly in North America and Mexico, and then I think they're starting to branch out a little bit further. But the majority of their growth has happened in the last 12 months. So from when I started on September 1st, they had 2 people on phones, and we got to do a tour of the home office and meet all the people who answer the phone and stuff. They had 30 that were on phones, and so then they outsourced, except that it's all their people. Like they now have a call center just for phones, but it's all Jamboree people. They don't answer for other companies. So like there's been different chats of people saying, hey, I got the wrong answer when I called in. It's because they've gone from 2 people to 30, now to 60 in a span of 10 months. So they're just constantly training, new people in there. And I just got a new email today saying that they just hired another 60. It's just crazy how the news. So of course they're in the middle of building a new facility down there. They're in the middle of trying to take it to a 24-hour shipping production right now. I think they're down between midnight and 5 a.m. or something. But they often have people still working till 3 a.m. just trying to finish off getting everybody's shipments. So as much as shipping has been tough, especially for us here in Canada, a lot of us have dealt with the